Hi, so we're gonna be checking out some urban legends from every state. There are plenty of famous urban legends, including Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. However, there are also plenty of local myths that have not made it into mainstream pop culture. Keep reading to find out the creepiest urban legend that takes place in your state. Alabama, Hell's Gate Bridge. The generally accepted story of Hell's Gate Bridge starts in the 1950s. A young couple driving over the bridge somehow drove their car off the bridge one night and they both drowned. There are two legends associated with Hell's Gate Bridge. One is that if you drive your car out to the middle of the bridge and turn off the lights, the couple will magically appear in your car and leave a wet spot on the seat. The other is how the bridge got its name, is the belief that if you drive over the bridge and look over your shoulder halfway through, the scenery behind you turns into a portal to hell engulfed in flames. Potentially to curb ghost hunters and bored teenagers, Hell's Gate Bridge is closed to cars, and it is such disrepair that walking across is strongly discouraged. Alaska, the something of the Alaskan Triangle. Everyone knows about the Bermuda Triangle, but you may not know about the Alaskan Triangle. On average, 5 out of every 1,000 people go missing in Alaska. According to the LA Times, so even if there's nothing supernatural going on, it's easy to get lost in the Alaskan wilderness. The Tlingit tribe, who live in Juniu, I don't know how to say that word, have their own explanation for the high number of missing people. Evil spirits called the Kushtaka, I don't know. Something are called shapeshifters, half man, half otter, who lure women and children to the water with fake cries in order to steal their human spirits and drown them. Wow. The Ghosts of Slaughterhouse Canyon. The story of Slaughterhouse Canyon, not pictured. Also, the less frightening Luna. I can't breathe. Oh my god. The less frightening Luna's Canyon takes place during the Gold Rush. During the 1800s, there was a family who lived down in the canyon. They were very poor, so the father would venture out into the canyon to get food for his family. As you might have guessed, one day the father did not return, and so his family slowly starved and descended into madness. The mother, unable to bear the listening to her children's cries anymore, put on her wedding dress, murdered her children. Oh my god. Put on her wedding dress, murdered her children, and then threw them into a nearby river. The next day, she succumbed into starvation herself. The legend states if you go down to the Slaughterhouse Canyon at night, even now you will hear loud, distinguished cries of the mother who lost her mind. Arkansas, the Boggy Creek Monster. The Boggy Creek Monster is a folk, I don't know how to say that, is Arkansas's version of Sasquatch. He's commonly accepted to be around 7 or 8 feet tall, covered in hair. Legend says that he roams the creeks of rural Arkansas. He was first spotted in 1834 when people reported seeing a wild man. People still claim to spot the Boggy Creek Monster today. He has been the subject of 5 feature-length films, including 1972's The Legend of Boggy Creek. California, The Charman. The Charman's origin story is gruesome. A father and his son were both caught in a house fire, horribly burnt in 1948. After the fire, the son became so mentally unstable that he killed his father. When the police found the son, he was so unrecognizably burnt that they didn't realize he was alive, so he ran away before they were able to arrest him for the murder of his father. The story goes that ever since then, the Charman has been spotted wandering the woods surrounding Ojai, whatever that is, occasionally approaching tents of innocent campers are pretending to be a hitchhiker and then attempting to attack them. Colorado, the many legends of Riverdale Road. Riverdale Road is the site of not 1, but 8 creepy stories, ranging from a hell gate, to ghosts of slaves hanging from the trees. The stretch of road is decidedly spooky. The creepiest story, though, is that of Phantom Jogger. One day there was a driver who hit a jogger, freaked out, and left him dead. Now it is said if you park your car at the site of the trash, you'll hear disembodied footsteps getting closer and closer to your car. People have reported handprints on their windows and banging noises as if someone was kicking the outside. Connecticut, Hannah Cranna. Known as the Wicked Witch of Monroe, Hannah Cranna gained a reputation as a witch in the 19th century when her husband died by mysteriously falling off a cliff. And locals reportedly believed that she had bewitched him. Excuse me. People also believed that she would cast spells on people she didn't like. Hannah lived to the age of 77. But right before she died, she asked to be carried down to the cemetery by her coffin on foot, not a wagon. After her death, the people of Monroe tried to wheel her coffin down the hill, but were unable. The coffin kept falling off, so they were forced to carry it. When the townspeople returned to her home, it was found to be engulfed in flames, sealing Hannah's reputation of witchcraft. Now you can visit her real grave in Trumbull, Delaware. The Ghost of Mr. Chu. More particularly mean-spirited ghost Samuel Chu's story is still disconcerting. Chu was the Chief Justice of Delaware Supreme Court in 1741. As the story goes, while he was alive, he didn't always get the respect he deserved. People frequently made fun of his names by mimicking sneezes while he walked by. After his death, people reported seeing his ghost sitting under a popular tree, wandering the courthouse, and generally creeping out the residents of Delaware. She would also pull on men's coattails and give... Hang on. Would also pull on men's coattails and give women a cold, icy feeling. Florida. The gravity-defying Spook Hill. Oh. The phenomenon that happens at Spook Hill is real. Cars that are parked in neutral will appear to roll uphill. Legends say that the hill is either the site of a Native American burial ground or an epic battle of Native American chief against a crocodile. Sorry. The truth is, it's actually just an illusion created by the hill's surroundings. While cars appear to be rolling uphill, they are still just rolling downhill. Georgia. The ghost town of Lake Laner. However you say that. I have a hard time saying things, okay? Don't make fun of me. At the bottom of Lake Laner lies almost fully intact towns, ferries, and racetrack. Almost fully intact towns, ferries, a racetrack, and multiple cemeteries. The Georgia government, in its determination to create Lake Laner, but bought up the entire towns in order to clear the space for the lake after they received the congressional approval in 1946. However, they just decided to let the water cover up the towns rather than demolishing them. Oh my god, I'm trying to get comfortable. Shut up. Now, Lake Laner has decidedly eerie feel about it. There have been an unusual number of freak accidents and deaths on the lake in 2011. There were 17 deaths alone. Many people who have drowned have been recovered, but people have reported feeling arms and legs in the water, but not have been able to find them right after, leading people to believe that the spirits still roam the lake. Okay, I'm going to pause it here so I can turn on some music really quick. I'll be right back. I already know I'm going to get copyright claim for this. Oh my god. Now Lake Laner has a decidedly eerie feel about it. Oh wait, I already read that part. Oh my god. Hawaii. Night Marchers. Night Marchers, according to Hawaiian lore, are not evil spirits, but they do demand respect. They are spirits of ancient Hawaiian warriors who march around the islands to protect scared areas. Legend says that if you look directly at a Night Marcher, you will be marked for death, and if by some chance you find yourself in the middle of a procession, you are supposed to lie down in the middle of the road. Idaho. The Water Babies of Massachusetts Rocks. Oh my god. I did not mean to do that. Sorry. Water babies are a Native American legend that are found in a couple of different places in America, but mostly found in America, but most famously in Pocatello at the Masters Rock State Park. The Shoshone tribe was first recorded in 1805 and were roaming the Great Plains as early as the 1500s. So it's not clear when exactly this legend originated, but the story goes that the Shoshone
the shown, am I saying that right? I don't know, experienced an extreme famine, and mothers were forced to drown their babies in the river rather than watch their children starve. Today, some people claim that if you sit quietly by the rivers of Massacre Rocks, you hear the sound of babies crying. Other stories say that these babies grew gills and fins and survived. And now they seek revenge on their mothers by luring unsuspecting victims to their death in the river.